what do you think would be the first hire of any real estate? Because what I've seen is that a retail team, a wholesale team, flipping team, they all kind of have the same team members. What would you say that would be the best first hire?
That's a great question, because I feel like sometimes some areas need to be filled than others. And at one point, it might be a TC, because you have your sales team and the dispo team running the TC, and that's kind of how it was actually. And so we realized sometimes at our point, it was a TC that we needed to hire, because we had the sales team at the time, which was myself and Adrian. But then as we grew that out, but if someone's just starting out, I say if you were to start somewhere on a pathway, get your sales team ramping up. That's the way to bring in dials, is the way to bring in consistent deal flow, is who's closing the deals for you. Because to figure out if you're going to wholesale, in this example, you can dispo it, you can find a buyer, but to produce those outcome, you have to start from ground zero, which is hiring a sales team. So that's kind of where I'd start. But for us, it was a TC problem. Crazy enough.
I love that. That's actually my answer. A TC, 100%.
Yeah.
Nick, what kind of marketing? Because I know you guys you mentioned the cold callers. What kind of marketing are you doing currently to get your consistent deal flow?
So right now we have cold call, we have texting, we have PPC, and referrals is major for us right now.
I remember when we hung out, you said referrals was a big one. And when you say referrals, what do you mean?
So we're part of we have a mastermind that Adrian started called the Evo Mastermind, and he has like 200 agents. And so not only when they're pitching listings, but they're pitching wholesale, they're pitching cash offer deals. And so when they get those deals, we're the ones in-house helping them sell the deals. And then we have people, through social media, even people out of state, because we do out of state as well, that need help selling deals. And so the referrals have been major for us this year on being able to help them attack. I think we've done like 31 like referral deals this year.
Oh, wow.
Agents, wholesalers, people out of state, and I think some friends and family as well.
That's awesome. Well, what all markets are you in now?
So right now we tailored back. We were in like Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia. So right now we're just strictly California, Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Austin, Texas.
Awesome. And I know the reason I say that too is I know you took the lead on getting just outside of Southern California.
Yep.
And so awesome. Yeah. And that's kind of where we at too. And it was actually I always had this mentality to go deeper and not wider.
Yep.
Right. So I wanted to stay in Southern California, but my butt got kicked with this when the market shifted.
Mm-hmm.
The West Coast got hit the hardest. And so I said, all right, well, let's go test out some different markets. And it's been working, because what we've been seeing is that, properties, the $200,000, $300,000 range are still moving fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Nick, let me ask you this. What is your number one struggle right now in business?
Number one struggle right now in business, I would say I'll go from a personal side point and a business standpoint. I think is on the business side, I would say ramping up sales team, because we have consistent months, our team's building and growing, but that's also a struggle, is really getting them trained up and building that whole sales process, because it's not an overnight thing. You can't just hire someone day one and they're a Jedi day two. So the struggle is being able to build that consistent sales training, making sure that they're in the right culture, the right environment to close leads and to have that confidence. So I think that's always a struggle that we have, but it's always a work in progress. I believe in the whip, knowing that not everything's going to be a perfect, but you're always going to have to call audibles, make switches, make moves. That's going to build your sales team, your dispo team, and everything around itself. And I'd say on a personal side, because I think everyone likes to probably know, there's always struggles internally as well. For me, it's like the fear of failing. I always had that fear, like, okay, that chip's on my shoulder. I just don't want to get knocked out, and knowing that, okay, I'm not going to get back up. I'm going to always know that I don't want to be the one behind the gun. I want to be in front of the opportunity, and knowing that I don't want to see that fear in front of me or look behind that rearview mirror and say, I could have, would have, should have. It's like, I'm just looking forward at what's to come and if you get hit, get back up. And that's always been like a weird struggle of mine. But internally, I know that will never beat me down because of like that sports mentality. And just think of like, what's a Tom Brady going to do? What's a Michael Jordan going to do? Albert Pujols, all of these people like that are accolades that you look up to. And like from a distance, like they have much of an impact on you than yourself, because they see something in themselves that's like, why can't you see the same? We don't want to have that fear of like the what ifs. It's like, it's not the what if, it's like, I'm going to create that opportunity.